Recently, Roblox in the tech industry has been one of the most popular discussions due to its massive controversy over online child safety and even its age verification methods. And now it's starting to get even more concerning as new laws that claim to protect kids are being proposed to the United States government. It even got so bad that Roblox YouTuber Schlep has been trying to tell lawmakers not to vote in favor of these proposals because they apparently cause more harm than help. The two laws that I am referencing are the Kids Internet and Digital Safety Act, otherwise known as the KIDS Act, and the App Store Accountability Act. These laws were introduced back to back, and honestly, after reading them, I have so many problems with these laws. There's a lot to unpack here, so be sure to like the video and subscribe because I highly doubt this will be the last time we'll be discussing this. So it's important to learn how these laws got introduced to the government. The KIDS Act was introduced by Representative Brett Guthrie, and Representative John James has been credited for creating the App Store Accountability Act. This law was also introduced into the government by Senator Mike Lee, and these politicians are attempting to regulate big tech companies and protect children online by creating a series of laws restricting minors from accessing inappropriate content. Now, the App Store Accountability Act has been proposed to lawmakers for a while now, but it is now making a return because Representative Brett Guthrie has attempted to put a bunch of these laws under one umbrella, and that is where we get into the Kids Internet and Digital Safety Act. This bill covers a wide variety of issues regarding online safety, including mental health, addiction, and even exploitation. Now, based on that description alone, people might believe that politicians are finally addressing teen issues that actually matter. And to be honest, I don't disagree with that. I wholeheartedly believe that people like John James and Brett Guthrie are talking about the right things here. But when you read further into these laws, you quickly start to see that politicians should not vote in favor of this legislation, or at the very least, revise the laws to decrease the risks. And like I said before, Roblox YouTuber Schlep has spent most of this week on the profiles of these politicians and influencers, telling them the dangers of these laws. Schlep's pinned Twitter post says, "Tell Congress to vote no on the Kids Internet and Digital Safety Act. The KIDS Act isn't about safety. It's about big tech and their billionaire owners. This bill seeks to pull the rug from underneath the survivors and do it quietly, right before midterm elections, while most of America isn't watching." Schlep additionally urges people to contact the representatives and tell them not to vote in favor of this law. Schlep further blames Roblox and Discord for lobbying the United States government for these laws, while also blaming politicians for intentionally giving abuse survivors less of a fighting chance in the justice system. Schlep has made posts about this issue not once, not twice, not 3 times, but 17 different times. And that's not counting when Schlep went on the Sean Ryan Show podcast and mentioned these laws to over 1 million people. In this video, Schlep's lawyer talks about one of the laws in the KIDS Act called the Safer Gaming Act.
We want to hold them accountable for knowingly putting their profits over the safety of kids. They knew this was going on Roblox. Everything you saw today, the game experiences, the content, the extreme content, the issues with identifying your age, and they knew this has been going on for a long time, and they made the choice to focus on their profits, to focus on their shareholders, to focus on their own bonuses and their own compensation instead of protect kids. And now that, the chickens are coming home to roost, they're going to Congress for a loophole.
It's absolutely insane how politicians are willingly understanding the risks and choosing to ignore them. And that's not the only issue that people have with these laws. Another law that is part of the KIDS Act is the App Store Accountability Act, which focuses on creating age verification systems to see if people are over the age of 18 when it comes to downloading apps. If someone is found to be under 18, then users need parental consent to download anything on the App Store or Google Play. And this would be a major shift to the way we get to our games, news, and other forms of media. We've seen these age verification laws on Roblox, and these forms of identification are incredibly unpopular. Additionally, the state of Arizona already has their own App Store Accountability Act in effect, where it specifically says that even pre-installed apps are affected by these laws. That means apps like the camera, the messages app, FaceTime, and even the weather app are included. And this makes zero sense. Why does my age play a factor in the weather app? I'll still be 17 years old and it will still be 60 degrees and sunny. There is zero correlation here. On top of that, companies like Apple and Android already have parental control settings that parents can use to regulate what their kids can do. And to add to that, parents should be the ones monitoring what their kids do anyways. In fact, 59% of American adults believe that it is their responsibility and not the government's. So what is the real reason politicians want to pass so-called online safety laws? Some people believe that the KIDS Act is a move for corporations and the federal government to collect data and sell for profit. A Twitter post about the App Store Accountability Act was even community noted over concerns about such data collection. It says, "The bill forces mass data collection, IDs and biometrics, risking breaches, and Texas's similar law about this was blocked December 2025 as unconstitutional speech restriction." This is something that I believe a majority of Americans would be concerned about. Historically, Americans have made laws and amendments to protect the privacy of individuals, and other countries have lost the right to privacy from these online safety acts, and it is extremely important that Americans speak out on the risks that these laws propose. And like I said before, these discussions are not ending anytime soon, so if you want to stay updated on this situation, like the video, subscribe, and comment down your thoughts. I will also be creating a new Discord server shortly, so stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for sticking to the end and watching this video, and I will see you in the coming future.